I am basking in the sun, doing yoga. See my little yoga mat over there, blanket. In a community garden next to one of my favorite cafes. So I have sunshine, food, beauty, butterflies, coffee. Wow, what a gift from God. And as I was laying on that blanket in the sun, soaking up the rays, I thought, oh, this is what dogs feel like, you know. Like I felt like a dog, just like rolling around in the dirt. And I've often thought to myself, like, man, I want to come back as a dog. Like, they got it made, you know. They just have to show up and be loyal and loving, and they get fed, they get patted on the head, you know. But it's a mutual, symbiotic relationship, you know. Dogs are man's best friends, and in many ways, we've created dogs using our intelligence to selectively breed wolves. And, you know, we kind of are the equivalents of dogs to God. You know, we are meant to be God's companions and faithful servants, just like dogs are to us. And just like there are different breeds of dogs that have different personality traits and tendencies, people are that way too, right? We have a certain nature about us, and God knows that because He made it. He put it in our hearts. We're all unique. And just like a dog has to be trained, and just like a dog has to be trained and broken, you know, broken as in dogs have to be dominated in a certain kind of way. Dogs are pack animals, and they look to the alpha for guidance. It's in their nature. They need that. They want that. People are the same. And God is supposed to be our alpha. And God is supposed to train us. God is supposed to break us. Okay? But a lot of us are unruly. And some of us have a character and a heart that makes it easier for us to submit to God. Right? Like golden retrievers, they're the most loving, easygoing dogs. They just want to please you. They want to love on you. They can't be bothered, really. Like, as in, they're just kind and patient, you know. It's hard to get them riled up or annoyed or to angrily bark or growl at you. That's the nature of a golden retriever. But then you also have dogs that are just completely neurotic, you know, or hyper. You have dogs that are hunting dogs, that they pick up a scent and it takes them off and they're gone, okay? But we have to work with all of these different breeds of dogs differently to get them to be loyal, faithful companions, and it works out for both of us. Okay, I am much like I mean, there's so many different breeds of dogs, right? And I haven't had the company of all breeds of dogs, but I've had several different types of dogs, and I've had a beagle, and I identify very much as like being like a beagle because they have a great temperament. They're very loving and kind, and they're very smart, but they're also stubborn. They're very stubborn, and they're very curious, and their sense, because they're hunting dogs, their sense of smell and hearing is so acute that they can easily just wander away, not even on purpose, just because they pick up a scent and they're off, you know? That's their nature. So if you have a beagle as a pet, as a companion, you have to to find a way to guide that so that they don't run off and get lost somewhere in the woods and you never find them again. You got to work together, teamwork. So what is the point of this? The point of this is that it's in our best interest to let ourselves be guided and trained up by God. Because just like we know better than a dog because we have higher level of intelligence than a dog, God knows better than us. We made dogs, as in we helped to form all the different breeds based off of our needs, right? God did the same with us. And God's need is to spread his love, her love, Great Spirit's love and harmony. We're stewards. We were made to be stewards of God's creation. So next time you think, man, I wish I could come back as a dog. Well, you kind of already are. You're God's dog. Lap dog, hunting dog, protector. There's all different kinds of dogs. We're all different kinds of people. We're all different kinds of children of God. You know? But part of being with God on a journey, part of walking with God, is allowing God to break you of your own willful desires that can harm you, that can lead you astray, that can get you lost in the woods, that can get you run over by a car, that can get you thrown in the pound, right? Just like our faithful dog companions. All of that can happen to them if we don't train them upright. So I'm very thankful, you know. Look at all this abundance, this food in this little garden. This is like, God, this is probably not even 1/10 of an acre, and there's so much food here. We can easily grow all the food we need, even in cities, with a typical size yard. You just have to be smart and creative and observe the world around you, and then, you know, mimic that, be in harmony with it. You know, work smarter, not harder. If you submit, if you listen, if you obey, just like if your dog is good to you and you're good to your dog, you're good to God, and you submit and you obey, God will be good to you. He will provide you with food, with love, with warmth, with housing, but you have to trust and you have to mind